Here's a segment from this month's edition of St. Charles Parish Today, a new monthly local talk show.
Every January, it seems everyone has similar goals. Lose weight, get healthy, eat better. And while doing so may be easier said than done, we luckily have a wealth of medical knowledge at our fingertips to help us make better decisions every day. One personalized way to learn more about nutrition is through a registered dietitian who can calibrate a diet plan specifically for you and your goals. Today we have St. Charles Parish Hospital registered dietitian Lori Acosta with us to walk us through some tips to enjoy a healthier 2013 through food. Thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, first of all, I want to start with sort of a simple tip. What's one thing that people can do today that would be an easy change in their lives that would pay some big dividends as far as weight loss and health?
One of the things you can do to start off the new year right to cut back on your calories, the easiest quick fix change would be portion control. You could just get the measuring cups out and start measuring your foods. You can eat a lot of the same foods that you were already eating before just by measuring it out. For an example, the plate that I have here, you can see I already have the portions measured out. We have some vegetables, some starch, and fat. For a lady, it's about 1,500 calories a day. For a man, around 1,800 to 2,000. So one thing you can do for ladies for your starch, just put about a cup in your plate and then surround that with your vegetables, your fat, and your meat, and just controlling your portions. And for a man, about a cup and a third. Men usually range about 18 to 2,000 calories a day. So that's one really just quick, easy thing that you can do now to cut back on your calories.
Okay, very good. Well, we hear a lot about these different diets like high protein diets, low carb diets. So those different nutrients, proteins, fats, carbs, and fiber, how can you use those to benefit your health and your weight loss?
Well, one thing you can do, as you can see on the plate, there's a variety of different foods. When you eat your starches, they quickly digest in your stomach, so within 20 minutes, they're gone. So if you eat just starch for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you find that you get hungry quicker and you start eating more. So the way that these foods work together is if you add in your protein with it, which protein and fibers take longer to digest. It takes about 20 minutes. It takes longer to digest. So what you can do is by combining these foods together, it's going to make you feel full a lot faster. So you'll notice that the rice portion is smaller than what you're probably used to, and also the protein. But how many times do we sit down and we sit and have our plate and we have a starch, a vegetable, protein, and the fat? And that's the one mistake that we make, is by going in and just sitting there and just having a starch, just having a protein. But all these foods working together are going to make you feel full. Because with your starch, once you put in your vegetables and you put in your protein with it, it's going to take longer to digest, so that way it's going to fill you up a lot faster.
And keep you from eating those extra calories.
Exactly, you won't eat those extra calories. And it takes about 20 minutes for the brain and the stomach to register a feeling of fullness. So another really good quick tip, after you eat everything on your plate, portion out your side, sit there and portion out everything. Then after you eat everything, you just wait 20 minutes. Set a timer, look at your watch before you go back for seconds. 9 out of 10 times you'll find that you're full. A lot of times we just eat really fast and we don't slow down.
Okay, very good. Well, in St. Charles Parish, we're part of Southeast Louisiana, so we love food, obviously. Can you talk about some of the nutritional benefits of some local cuisine and maybe how people can cook it in a little bit more of a healthier way?
Yes, in Louisiana, especially New Orleans, it makes my job a lot more challenging because we're all about big portions. We don't know how to do things small. Like I tell everyone, your plate needs to be the size of a dinner plate, not the Superdome. So we need to make everything a lot smaller. The good thing about Louisiana is that we have a lot of seafood. Seafood is very lean. Wild game is very lean. As long as we cook it in a healthy way with using olive oils, baking, broiling, roasting, grilling, and we avoid frying the food, then of course there are definitely ways we can cut back on that.
I see that you have your 5 pounds of fat here. Can you talk a little bit about how you use that as a tool for your clients?
Definitely. The 5 pounds of fat, that just kind of gives you an example of when someone says, oh, I've lost 5 pounds or I've gained 5 pounds, we don't think of it as a big deal. But if you pick that up and you walk around with it in the room, you'll find that most people, and I'll do this with the kids when they come for nutrition counseling, will get a little bit of short of breath. And then I have them put it back down and they'll walk around the room again and realize it really does make a big difference. So when you lose 5 pounds or gain 5 pounds, when you see it like that, you realize 5 pounds is a big deal. So even losing 1 pound a week is what is average on a good weight loss meal plan. it really, I mean, it adds up quickly. So when you see it like that, it definitely makes a difference.
Definitely. So you talked a little bit about nutrition counseling, and that was my next question. Can you talk a little bit about if somebody came to see you, what you would discuss with them, and what kind of instructions you would give on nutrition and exercise?
Yes, at St. Charles Parish Hospital, we do outpatient nutrition counseling. We do ask that you have a doctor's referral to come and see us, and a lot of insurance companies are covering for nutrition counseling. They're adding a lot more wellness in the plan. So when you come with me, I sit down, we do an assessment. I'll ask a lot of questions about your eating habits and really try to tailor it to your needs and what you're doing, and showing you how to portion out your foods and the proper portion sizes for your weight loss goals. And I kind of let everyone set their weight loss goals. I don't like going by the charts because that may not be realistic for you. Sometimes we'll meet a couple of times a year, depending on how much help that you need, going along with your weight loss. I will talk about exercise. With exercise, the most important thing is try to get in at least more than 20 minutes. We recommend usually 3 times a week to maintain. When you want to actively lose weight, the recommendation is 5 to 6 times a week, but you want to be able to get your heart rate up. So I do talk about exercise in the meeting and kind of tailor it to what your needs are and what you're doing. But anything that you do, of course, in exercise is going to be good.
All right, well, very good information, and I hope our viewers can use it to maybe lose a little bit, get a little bit healthier in 2013.
Thank you.
Catch the entire episode right here on Channel 6, daily at 5 p.m. or watch anytime at scptoday.com.